Damn. I mean, 26. 26. I would say age 26 was a good age of exposure. I would say I was exposed to a lot this 26 this year, the the year the 26th year of my life. I think I was exposed to a lot of different realities, different cities. I mean, different states, different cultures, different people. You know, so it's been an experience. It's been an experience. Definitely been eye opening. Something I never envisioned for myself. Obviously, the bigger picture for me was always to just stay ambitious and always, expect the best for myself. So like pretty much in any situation I was put in or I've ever been put in, my main focus was, you know, what is the what is the what has to get done, and thinking like that, it's essentially it's easier to focus on what you're trying to get done. So for me, being in this tech atmosphere, in automation and things of that sort, machine building, machine vision, you know, it's definitely been a blessing for me because I'm around a great group of guys. They teach me a lot. Exposed to, like I said, different cultures, different states, and understanding business, learning entrepreneurship, taking it that one extra step opposed to just doing the, oh yeah, here's my pitch. This is now, oh, here's my pitch, here's my product. Let's talk business, and how can I help you? It's not necessarily me trying to sell you anything. It's essentially me working on a project with you in order to help you be successful. And I would say this has been a good experience for me. At 26, you know, definitely when I consider all the things that got me to the stage in regards to like the experiences, like when when I think of how we grew up, you know, that was a pretty challenging environment. Pretty much your reality was uncertain. You were just living day to day. One of the things that has always been in me, I don't know, it wasn't really taught because at the end, it wasn't really taught. It was just a survival mechanism, right? Because I have four sisters, three sisters that I grew up with, and in those sisters, growing up with them, there was always this need for me to escape, and in that need for me to escape, that's where I guess you could say I found sports. And back then it was soccer, because pretty much that's all we played in Nigeria. When you consider the fact that I get off, we get home from school, parents at work, and you know, you just got women around talking, and you just need to get that escape. So that's how I found sports. And when we eventually came to the U.S., it was just altering that and playing basketball instead. And it was just that consistent need to find myself, and you know and that defense mechanism, I would say, is something I celebrate a lot, and I try to encourage people to get out more. Find those connections that could really give you a sense of purpose. And like I said, growing up back then, and just my experience of at this age that I'm at now, 26, going on 27 tomorrow, of course. But yeah, it's definitely a blessing. It's one of those things you kind of have to take a step back and look at the bigger picture and be like, yes, I'm thankful. Very thankful because, like I said, growing up from my past is just a lot of uncertainties. And in saying that, sometimes you have to really take that step back. But yeah, looking towards 27, I would say I put in a lot of work this 26, especially being exposed to this industry. But I put in a lot of work, made a lot of connection, and it was faster than most people expected. But then when you consider my background, when you consider my background, Lex, when you consider my background in regards to when you consider my background in regards to PetSmart and things of that sort, I feel like that has definitely helped me within the sales dynamic, right? Because within that realm, I was an entrepreneur in my own sense, right? Because I worked within the small, it's called pet care, within the pet care department, and that's essentially its own department within the whole store. And with that, you had the exposure to pretty much run the business the way you wanted to. I mean, from the fish to the small animals to the reptiles to you know the just kind of like gaining so much understanding and then using that to build business, and bringing that into this realm, right? It's just the same, except having an engineering degree just kind of helps that, and yeah, because some of the companies we've been exposed to have been pretty dope. But yeah, 27 definitely continue grinding. Of course, things are up for discussion, and you know it's everything's growth. Obviously, there's a desire, but then there's also a understanding. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And like, I guess you could say the part of the journey of getting here would be another aspect of my life, which is just be schooling. So I guess I do plan on, like, I separated this because I plan on actually opening up a channel for schooling, things of that sort. Because I think there's a lot I could contribute in regards to just exposing people to school stuff. So my journey pretty much started. I went to community college in Houston, Warden. I went there for about a year, and then I transferred to Blinn in College Station. And while I was there, I was exposed to a lot of great minds, and obviously the work, the workload, and just a lot of things I had to deal with in regards to finances, like things of that sort. Over time, that was not the space, and the whole journey of education for me has been here and there and there. But the ambition of me consistently saying this is what I wanted to do, like I said, mind over matter, and in saying that, I was able to focus on what I needed to focus on, and I would say through that journey, I've been able to build a good network of people, a good network of people. Excuse me. A good network of people that have kind of exposed me to different things, different way of thinking, different way of solving problems, different way of yeah, just thinking differently, and that's definitely been a blessing for me because it shows you how differently each community are, and once you understand that, the question then becomes: are you trying to are you trying to live reality in regards to what you want it to be or what it is? And of course, you can make it into what you want it to be, but you still have to understand the system for what it is, not what you want it to be. So, for you to be able to make it what you want it to be, you have to play by the rules first. So, in saying that, the school definitely exposed me to a lot of different way of thinking and not just wanting to alter things, understanding the foundation of things and then altering it per the foundation because that's the only way you could play with it. So yeah, like I guess you could, in simpler terms, it's like understanding the basic utilities within your phone, the basic keys allows you to be able to dive into other things. But without understanding those basic keys, how can you really dive into those apps, those other widgets or things of that sort? So yeah, so that's the foundation, the fundamental principles that all that things brings. But yeah, spoken a bit about my job, I guess I could get more into it because so what I do is I work technical sales at you know, and in doing that, pretty much companies tend to need certain units to build things, and for me, with my degree, the main focus for me really was to learn business, to understand how the dynamic of business work, you know, and in the person that like the industry that I'm in and the company that I'm with, I've been able to absorb so much skills and just taking that entrepreneurship step to the next level and just going with it. So it's definitely been a blessing, and being with this great group of guys, it's been good. You know, everything is fairly consistent, and it's been a blessing. Like I said, it's just one of those things I never imagined for myself. But being here, it's a matter of just going to go do it, laser focus. As far as the future goes, like I said, the idea is to speak more about school stuff, create a channel, just speak about dynamic of like classes. I might even speak about calculus, physics. You know, break down certain principles that are interesting to me. Aerodynamics. We might even get into CAD and stuff. Pretty much the classes I had to take while in school. Uh, Find a way to kind of just start somewhere. Just starting a discussion. Whether we're talking about calculus, we're talking differentiation, we're talking integrals, we're talking 3D dimensional stuff, vector calculus, actually. Yeah. So we could get into all of that. And then when we go into physics, we could speak on projectile motions, we could speak on the kinematic equations, we could speak on, the thing about physics is we could actually get into aerodynamic stuff, in regards to the Bernoulli equation. I could always break that down, in regards to, I believe just just bear with me. Within that equation, you have a static pressure, gravitational pressure, uh, gravity, static. Anyways, I'll get into that, but pretty much it's different contributions to the consistency of a flow. So things of that sort, I could break it down. Obviously, I'll do the background work, and yeah, I look forward to being consistent and doing something like this. Because I did teach. I was a STEM teacher's assistant, so I was able to be exposed to a lot of things here. So I look forward to it, and also, I don't know. I just I won't lie. I feel like I'm gonna look up and I'm just gonna be in my 30s, and it's just gonna be like, I don't know. But I would say one thing about being able to what's the word? Being able to think back and reflect is that it's been a blessing to be able to say you made it to this age. With certain success, certain I guess you could say success, but that's not the word I'm thinking of. With certain accomplishments, right? It's uh, it's a blessing to be able to take that step back and say I'm thankful, thankful, and yeah. I look forward to making more videos and just kind of, like I said, the school stuff, just having that discussion and just see where I could help. At the end of the day, it's about your networking, who you could have that discussion with, who could actually show you a different route as to looking at things. So, yeah, hope you guys continue, learning about yourself, absorbing everything you can from a society, but not too much to the stage where you lose yourself. But yeah, life, life is love, and love is living. So, have a good night.